Hello everyone, my name is Tomcat and welcome back to Crossout. So I've been playing a couple battles over the past couple nights and I'm up to level 8 now. I'm actually halfway through level 8 and I've accumulated a lot of parts. You can see my vehicle itself has changed. I'll go over it in a little bit, but let's take a look at my storage. Got a decent amount of stuff. Got a bunch of paint, got a bunch of wheel frames. This is nothing particularly spectacular. As far as weapons goes, so I still have the starter weapon. I've got the shotgun, a lot of shotguns actually now. Not a fan of it. It does a lot of damage close up, but after that you got this long cooldown and you're just sitting there running in circles and they're shooting back at you. What do? You just run in circles until the cooldown's done. And I always notice that those people who have got like the normal machine guns, they seem to do more damage in total than the shotgun does. Shotgun's sort of like a hit and run. You hit them and run away. You hit them and run away. The Avenger, which is the cannon over here, again, a lot of damage, but if you're kind of like, I guess, dog fighting in close quarters with another person, you need to make sure your gun's pointing the right way, and in that case I think maneuverability would easily trump the gun unless you're sniping. But I found there's a lot of problem with sniping. Sniping as in like the mechanic is not mechanic. The strategy is actually just fine, or mechanics, whatever. Let's call it mechanics. Mechanics are fine with sniping. You shoot and then it arcs and then it hit a target. Does a lot of damage. Even if you don't hit them directly, it does splash damage. But strategically in the game, it's not that good. Like, sniping doesn't do much because you're not helping take damage for your team, because you're never close enough. So it ends up like, well, your teammates are really far away. All you can do is snipe, and unless the field is completely flat and open, there isn't much you can do, and enemies are gonna be dodging in and out of like cover. It's a bad thing. Anyway, so that's me rambling on about the weapons. So far my favorite is the machine gun. But I'm starting to feel like my build is kind of outdated. It's still on the base chassis, and I don't know how I feel about it. Damage is alright. Here, let's take it out for a test drive. I mean, damage per second is pretty good. I can shoot for a long time for engagement, and cooldown isn't that bad. One of my favorite things to do actually is to shoot off other people's guns, and that's what these machine guns are really great at. You just aim it a little bit above the gun, and there you go. All guns are damaged, or gone rather. They're not just damaged, they're disarmed. There you go, that's the word I'm looking for. Disarmed. Enemy's disarmed and he can't do anything. All he can do is run. At that point, you can finish him off or just let him run away if you have other things to worry about, like other enemies. So that's that. But maneuverability wise, this thing has gotten pretty slow. Like, top speed is still okay, but the acceleration kind of hurts. Even though for some reason I'm still one of the fastest people on most of my teams. Anyway, that's besides the point. Now, I did have a problem twice recently where I ended up flipping over, like completely flipping over. Did someone just shoot me? No. Okay. Like, I would be taking a corner and a part of my car would clip a little bump. Like, let me see if I can replicate it here. I clip it like that and I flip over. Now, in the past, yes, I would clip the corner and like get close to flipping, but it's not as bad as before. So let me see the center of mass. Press N, and it's a little higher than before, mostly because I put the radar or the armor on the back. So what I want to do is actually lower the weight. I could make the car more stable by making it wider, but that runs a problem of maneuverability, like coming in and out of corners and stuff like that. And especially when you're dog fighting with your teammates against one single enemy, you don't want to end up ramming into each other. So that's the thing I wanted to avoid. So I'm not going to make a particularly wide car. Like, I remember this one battle, like this guy, complete idiot, had not only the blades sticking, what the blades are, what do they go, hatchets. He had hatchets not only sticking out from the side of his car, but they were on extensions. So like in total, his car is like 3 times as wide as mine. And it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna help this guy at all. I'm gonna let him die because there's no way I can teamwork with him. He's gonna eat so much space. Like I have to orbit really far away from him in order to like not get caught in his blades and have it just pile up. So that drove me up the wall. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do is rebuild my current car. Complete overhaul. I'm gonna strip it down to a frame and redo everything. So I'm gonna hit build and, like I said, start deleting everything. Gotta be careful not to delete the frame. We're removing the wheels too because I'm gonna move those. And there you go, bare frame. So what I want to do is, let's see, I'll use this back point as like the rear wheel. So let's load all the wheels. Medium wheel. Let's have the fixed one on that side. I still don't have a full set of wheels, of the medium wheels rather, so it's still a mishmash of strange wheels. I have 2 medium wheels, one is steering, one is fixed. I'm still using a starter steering wheel in the front, and then this back one over here is a small wheel, so it still drives fine though. It's just a HP difference. Next, we're gonna put the Huntsman's cab, which I recently got, and why can't I put it down? Oh, the wheels on the way, the front wheels. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of those, and let's put the Huntsman's cab as far back as possible, like that. Alright, and I want to actually use this gun mount frame over here. So let's do that, but now the frame down here is not sticking far forward enough, so yeah, I'll have to do it. I don't want to make my car any longer. I want to keep my car nice and compact, so I can get in and out of corners easily, but doesn't look like I have a choice there. I gotta make sure it's well connected, I guess. Maybe that's not necessary. I don't know how completely the mechanics work, but I want my car to look somewhat normal too, though. Let's see. Gotta put the wheels back on. So let's get the steering wheel. Put it right in the wheel well. Let's get the small steering wheel on this side, and we need to put the fenders on. Now this side, I have the small steering wheel, so technically I can put the fender a little lower, but just to make it future compatible, I'm going to place it a little higher so I don't have to redesign the car, or at least that side, when I finally get a normal size steering wheel. Because oh my god, it looks like this wheel is just like it looks weird. It's shrunken. Even the small wheel and the medium wheel, at least they're somewhat the same diameter. At least it looks like it, a little smaller. But this side, oh my god, that thing looks puny compared to the medium wheel. Anyway, let's see. Back here, I'm gonna put some of the utility stuff. So, weapons radiator. I love this thing. Lets me shoot much longer. And car jack. I've noticed, like, in case I flip, I don't know yet. I haven't tested this car yet, but if I do flip, I'm gonna have to use it. Maybe later, if I get confident that I won't flip, I'll take that thing off. Let's see. Weapons. I'm gonna go with machine gun again. We'll have one right in the middle. One little offset to the side. And one on top, also offset to the side. Reason I'm doing offset to the side is, like, my tendency to drive is facing forward and shoot forward. Maybe sometimes at a little angle, like off that way or off to the right a little bit. So I don't want my guns lined up in a single line, because if they're all right in a single line and I'm trying to shoot straight forward, they're going to be blocking each other. So I want to offset a little bit, kind of, make it a little random, so there isn't exactly like one blind angle. Now, of course, there's always going to be a little bit blind angle. Like if I were to imagine I'm looking at this third turret and the first turret over there in front, line it up, and that's a blind angle. But it's it might become a problem, but I'll tweak it later in the future. All right, so to protect these modules in the back, I'm going to put a rear door. And I need to cover the top of the cabin, so let's use the van ramp. There we go. And another one up here. There we go. So from the side, my cabin is almost completely covered. There's a little spot over here, but once I get a bigger wheel, that will cover up. Man, I think that's it. How many parts do I have left? I still have a decent amount of parts left. Alright, let's go take this out for a test drive before I actually go bonkers on it. So the wheelbase is actually shorter than before, I believe. Yeah, it looks like at least 1 block, maybe 2 blocks shorter. So this thing actually turns a lot better than before. I still got 3 guns. Those side armor pieces fall off way too easily though. Like, what about the rear? Hang on. What if I shoot the rear? Oh. What? Did you guys just see that? The entire back wall, the van door thing in the back, came off as a whole piece, and the grills came off with it. Like, the grills didn't seem to actually take up any damage. Hang on, let me check this. The grill is various makeshift pipe structures can be shot through, so the grills actually don't do anything. They don't actually add any armor. That's disappointing. Canvas roof? No, van side. I like van sides. So one thing I'm trying to do is... Oh, hang on. Let me put this part down first. So I don't want to make it out of a single part, because I think... Well, actually, total HP of these 2 van sides is 36 HP. Or I could put on a canvas roof that has a lot more HP. Okay, never mind. So my idea was to have 2 smaller pieces where they can break one off, and I don't lose the entire like layer of armor. They only take off half of it. Like, let's say they shoot this bottom half off, I still have the top half on. But if it was one giant piece, that means no matter where they shoot that giant piece, once it's gone, it's gone. Like, the entire layer is compromised. But the canvas roof actually provides more HP, so I'm gonna go with that instead. Like that. Should I put it horizontally? Let's see. I like a horizontal. Yeah, let's go with that. I mean, they can shoot through this side over here, so maybe put a minivan sideboard, but that makes my car even taller. Alright, so I think this might be good. I kind of want to keep upping the armor value though, so maybe I'll keep padding the armor on the side. Oh, can't forget the bumper. Let's put one of those. Sorry, the bumper catch itself. So let's put one down there. Is that the only one I have? Yes, it is. Actually, the van side might be able to fit this section perfectly. Not perfect, but it will add some protections. Let's put that there. Do I not have another van side? Uh-oh. Maybe I can use these frame pieces. Oh, come on. Oh, can't rotate them. Oh, they have to stay flat. That's kind of lame. Fender. I guess I can stick another fender. Oh, God. This looks swanky. Hey, hang on. Can I just move that, and put a fender like that? Yeah. Okay, you know, that looks actually way better. Way better. Is it just me? Am I doing this wrong? Can I put it 1 block lower? No. Okay, so that is the correct height. Okay, so it looks like the small wheel. Here, let me demonstrate it to you guys. The small wheel can actually have a lower fender. You can see on the right side is a little lower, but the left side has a medium wheel and it has to stay that high. So that's interesting. I'm gonna keep it at the correct height though, because eventually I do want this version of my car to have complete medium wheels equipped. So I'm gonna keep it at that height for now. What can fit in there? Sideboard? Oh yes, I am liking this. Lower or higher? Let's go higher. I might regret that because it might block the trajectory of that cord, but it'll also protect the cord. So yeah, let's go with that. And we'll put one on this side too. Oops, nope, wrong side. I can't. How do you? There you go. Is this ready? Oh, hello. Wait, I still have this side. Oh, right. I can't. I only have one more van side, so I can put a little one over there. Could have sworn I had more van sides though. Nope. Oh, I do have. Wow. Has it been in my storage the entire time? I've just been blind. Alright. So let's squeeze this guy in there. Come on. There we go. Extra protection. Pretty sure my center of gravity just went way up because of that. But yeah, from the side, my cabin's pretty well protected, except for the wheel well, but hopefully they won't shoot there, and I'm quite liking this. Oh yeah, I'm definitely pretty front heavy. You can see that green line is closer to the front wheel than it is to the back wheel. So if I, actually now that I think about it, if my front steering ever gets taken out, I'm gonna have a lot of trouble steering at all because so much of my weight is on the front wheel. Oh yeah, so another thing I discovered is, well, it's not a discovery. It's not worthy to be called a discovery. Another thing I learned is the spacebar is actually the handbrake, so I can actually turn better with the handbrake. So let's say I'm going at speed, and I make a turn like now. All right, so that was a pretty wide turn. Now let's see if I can follow my same vehicle tracks and line up and handbrake. There you go. My turning radius is like less than half as it was before. So let's try that again. Get some speed. And handbrake turn. There we go. So like if you ever guys play like the cannon or like the artillery weapon, and you have like an enemy circling you and you can't get your gun turned around, go in a straight line for a bit, gather some speed, and just hit the handbrake, and you might be able to get your gun to turn around onto enemy. Might not, well, I'm pretty sure it will almost never work, but it's worth a shot. It's better than like going in circles and completely not having being able to get your gun on target. Alright, so I want to do one more test. I want to see what happens if I lose one of my wheels. So I'm going to take that front wheel off and do a test drive. That thing is scraping really hard, that corner. Oh my god. Can I do a right turn? Somewhat. Okay, can I do a left turn? Left turn is much better. I'm actually lifting that scraping corner off the ground. Oh, but right turns, they really hurt my speed. And just going a straight line does not work. And steering wheels is what I usually lose. My front steering wheels is because I'm usually facing forward towards the enemy, and that's what I lose. So this might be something I have to cope and deal with. But if I don't like it, I might start putting like a mass on the back of my car to even it out. Let's try one more thing. I want to try this. So the entire reason all these parts are sticking so far forward is because of this gun mount. And I think the gun mount is typically on the back of the car. Like if this was still like the normal pickup truck form image shape thing, like I had before, the gun mount would be a perfect fit into the bed of that truck. But because I've flipped the car completely around, it doesn't really fit quite well. So let me try to remove that, and instead, let's see, how do I want to do this? What is this piece over here? Okay, let me replace this 4x4 frame with a 2x4 frame, which I hope I have. Do I have one? Yes, I do. So let's put it right there. Is it attached properly? Hang on, let me try it again. It should have like 4 boxes. Yes, 4 boxes. All right. And is there something I can stack to make the gun a little higher? Let's try the grill. The grill doesn't provide any structural support. Actually, no, van size. Van size would be better because I think you can attach it to the side. So let's do it like this, and let's put a cord right on top over here, like that. I think that would work because now this gun is a little bit lower. It's 1 block lower than it was before. So which means that gun on top will have a better line of sight. I dig this. I dig this. All right. And let's now put let's put the van bumper back on. And let's protect the frame using the bumper catch, wherever it is. I know I have one. There you go, bumper catch. Let's put that on. You know what? Let's try fitting 2 van sides. One right top of the other, like that. Then I should be able to fit that small thingamadoohicker. The small strut. There we go. That should fit right there. There we go. Now it actually looks like the bumper has some support now. Yeah, okay. Now let's put the van bumper like that. And you know, just add a little more armor on the front. Let's do a van ramp. Oh, does it not attach? Nope, it doesn't attach. Oh well. I guess that's it then. Now let's see. I still have 5 more pieces. I guess add this running board. Why not? Cause add more side protection, like that. And let's add same thing on this side. There we go. And let's see. Radiator grill. Do you do anything? Grill for okay. That's purely cosmetic. Oh, radar. I completely forgot about the radar. Whoops. That was a misclick. Let's try this again. I guess I'll put it up here. It's gonna make it really heavy now. Top heavy, rather. We'll see. Again. And radio. Radio is something I recently just received, and hopefully it will allow my teammates to know, or at least come to my assistance when I'm being shot, because that's what it does. It broadcasts or increases the range that my allies will see or enemies I see using the radar. I don't see a good place to fit this though. I guess I'll just stick it right there. It's not that important, at least I don't think it's that important. So I'm gonna stick it on the outside. Let's test drive this again. Let's check the center of gravity. Center of gravity actually went back a little. It's a little closer to the middle. It's still front heavy, but not as much as before. It definitely went up a little bit, but I think it's manageable now. I'm a little worried about the front gun being not on the cabin. So the cabin, it's safe to say the cabin is the strongest part of your car. That's where most of your hit point is. And by having the guns attached to it, you're not going to lose the gun because a part of your car fell off. So let me show you, demonstrate this one more time. I'm going to head out and shoot that copy of myself over here. So let me see if I can do this carefully. I'll back up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot the front of the car. Whoops. Is it even hitting where I'm aiming? Alright, so right now, let me zoom in a little bit. That front gun is only attached to my vehicle, or that vehicle in front of me, using that van side. So if I break that van side, if I can do it carefully. That's the bumper. Nope, didn't work. Okay, take my word for it. If that van side comes off, that gun is coming off. So, even if the gun still has a decent amount of HP left. So, that's a worry I have. For my battles, I will experiment a little bit and see if it becomes a major problem. If it does, I will have to stick it back on the hood of my car. So yeah, here's my new car. Before I need to actually save this before I forget. Let's overwrite this one. Let's call this version 2. There's no real theme to this car, so I'm not gonna actually give like a themed name. You can see all my names are pretty generic. Anyway, so this wheelbase on the car is a lot shorter, so this should be a lot more maneuverable. I don't know the weight. Actually, I can probably compare the weight here. Let's check the old car. Let's load the old car asymmetric thing. It was 3,500 kilograms, and this new one is actually heavier, so it's gonna be a little slower. Hang on, let's check. Yeah, the old one had better acceleration, but the top speed is the same. A little negligible difference in acceleration, but the old one actually had better armor too. Huh. Now there's the thing I want to comment though. The armor on my old one is misplaced. So you look over here, like a lot of my cabin's still exposed, and these parts can be easily shot off. And a little embarrassing thing to point out. This back. I thought grills were like an extra armor piece, so I stuck it to the back of the car, but they're not. They're transparent to bullets. So when they shoot the back of my car, they hit my van door and it pops off. I lose my radar. I'm still new to the game, so I did not know this was a thing. Anyway, so that's my little embarrassing thing there. But you'll notice between the asymmetric thing and version 2, the wheelbase is shorter. It's shorter by, looks like 2 units, which means this thing can turn much better than before, a much smaller radius. So hopefully that will work towards my advantage. Let's see what else. One thing I don't like about version 2 is that the gun, one of the guns on the front is not attached to the cabin, so that might get shot off if the parts underneath it that are holding that gun on gets shot off. So we'll see if that becomes a problem. But otherwise, I'm really liking this car. This is a lot better armor than my previous one. So here, let's compare the side view. A lot of exposed space down here, and up here only like 2 rows of my cabin are actually properly armored. And in version 2, there's only like 1, maybe 2 tile, 1 there, a little bit there, that's actually exposed. Ignore this part in the fender. Once I get a properly sized wheel in the front, that won't become a thing. So let's actually look on this side of the car. Yeah, so not that much of my cabin's exposed anymore, so I'm really digging that. So I'll take this out for a couple battles. I'm not gonna show it on video because I tend to rage a lot in the battles, so not gonna show that to you guys. It's a little embarrassing. But I'm gonna take this out for a couple battles and try to get a better feel for it. I'll make a couple tweaks here and there as I see problems here and there, but I'll make an official update on this build when I hit around level 10, so look forward to that. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.